Think your cat is just a cold, mysterious roommate with zero emotions? Think again. Cats aren't emotionless, they're just masters at hiding it. While you're going about your day, your furry little boss might actually be stressed, upset, or even unhappy. The craziest part? They've been showing you the signs all along. You just didn't notice. 1. They disappear whenever you're around. Ghost mode activated. Ever walk into a room and your cat just vanishes? Like 1 second they're there, the next second, poof, gone like a magician who doesn't like you. Sure, cats are independent, but they're not supposed to treat you like a jump scare. Even the most, I do my own thing, cats still enjoy being near their humans. Sometimes. If your cat consistently disappears the moment you show up, that's not mystery, that's a message. They might be feeling stressed, unsafe, or just not comfortable around you. Ouch, right? It's basically their way of saying, yeah, I'm gonna pass on this interaction. Cats don't storm out dramatically like humans, they just quietly exit stage left. And if your cat keeps choosing distance over cuddles, it's not random behavior. It's a sign something's off in their world. 2. They always keep their distance. No touch zone. Activated. Does your cat treat you like you're some kind of unwanted guest in your own house? No cuddles, no sitting nearby, just a constant keep your distance policy. Sure, cats are independent, but they're not supposed to act like you owe them rent and emotional space at the same time. Even the most aloof cats will occasionally come close, sit next to you, or at least exist in your personal bubble. But if your cat consistently avoids you choosing the other side of the room, or worse, leaving whenever you get close, that's not personality, that's a message. It usually means they don't feel comfortable, safe, or fully relaxed around you. And yeah, that one stings. Because when a cat truly trusts you, distance isn't their default, it's their option, not their escape. 3. They never truly relax. Always on edge mode. Have you ever looked at your cat and thought, why do you always look like you're waiting for something bad to happen? No deep sleep, no belly-up naps, no full chill. Just constant alert mode, like they're starring in their own survival movie. A truly happy cat. Oh, they're dramatic about it. They flop over, stretch out like they pay the rent, and expose their belly like, yeah, I trust this place. That's peak comfort. But if your cat is always tense, sleeping lightly, or jumping at every tiny sound that's not personality, it's anxiety. It means they don't feel safe enough to fully relax. And when a cat can't relax in its own home, that's not living, that's surviving. 4. They overgroom until it shows. Spa day, gone too far. At first, it looks normal, your cat licking, cleaning, doing their daily luxury spa routine. But then, it doesn't stop. Same spot again and again, like they're trying to polish themselves out of existence. And suddenly you notice bald patches. Yeah, that's not self-care anymore, that's a cry for help. Cats groom to stay clean, but when they're stressed or anxious, it turns into an obsession. It's like humans biting nails or scrolling endlessly at 3 a.m. It's not about hygiene, it's about coping. If your cat is licking non-stop, losing fur, or hacking up more hairballs than usual, something's off. Because a happy cat grooms normally, but a stressed cat takes it way too far. 5. They become destructive. Your babo house their playground. Ever come home and feel like your cat just filmed an action movie without you? Scratched couch, knocked over stuff, random chaos everywhere. Yeah, that's not bad behavior. That's a message. Cats don't destroy things for fun. When they're bored, stressed, or feeling ignored, they turn your house into their personal stress relief zone. No toys, no attention, no problem. Your furniture will do just fine. And here's the twist, cats are smart. If they're not mentally stimulated, they will create their own entertainment, and you probably won't like it. So if your cat suddenly becomes a tiny demolition expert, don't just blame them, look deeper. Because a happy cat plays with toys, but an unhappy cat redecorates your entire house without asking. 6. They hiss or growl. Warning system activated. Ever tried to pet your cat and suddenly got hit with a dramatic hiss, like you just offended their entire bloodline? Yeah, that's not attitude, that's a warning. Cats don't hiss or growl for fun. They do it when something feels very wrong. Think of it as your cat's version of back off. Now, it could mean they're scared, stressed, in pain, or just completely overwhelmed. And if this behavior shows up out of nowhere, that's an even bigger red flag. A happy cat doesn't need to sound like a tiny dragon, but a stressed or unhappy one will absolutely let you know with sound effects included. So if your sweet little fluff suddenly turns into a hiss machine, don't ignore it. That's not drama, that's communication. 7. They have an unhealthy appetite. Food drama mode. When it comes to food, cats are usually very consistent. Same bowl, same time, same attitude, like they've been waiting all day. So when your cat suddenly stops eating or eats way less, that's not a diet, that's a warning. Cats don't just skip meals for fun. A drop in appetite can mean stress, anxiety, or something physically wrong. It's basically their silent way of saying, hey, something's not right. On the flip side, some cats might act weird around food, sniffing it, walking away, or just losing interest like it's yesterday's news. And for a creature that once treated food like treasure, that's a huge red flag. Because a happy cat loves food, but an unhappy cat loses interest in it. 8. They fight with other cats. Drama mode, multi-cat edition. Got more than one cat at home, and suddenly it feels like you're hosting a tiny reality show, hissing, chasing random ambushes out of nowhere. Yeah, that's not play, that's tension. Not all cats are social butterflies. Some love company, others prefer a solo career. But if your cats are constantly picking fights, it's usually a sign they're stressed, territorial, or just not comfortable sharing their space. A happy group of cats. They'll sleep together, groom each other, maybe even team up for snacks. But when things go south, it turns into daily episodes of Who's the Boss? So if your home feels more like a battlefield than a cat cafe, it's not chaos, it's communication. 9. They stare you down. The judgmental boss. Ever catch your cat staring at you like you just made the worst decision of your life? No blinking, no expression, just pure silent judgment. Yeah, that look isn't always love. Cats do stare out of curiosity or affection, but when it comes with a stiff body, flattened ears, or a tail flicking like a ticking time bomb, that's a whole different story. That's your cat saying, I'm not comfortable right now, and you might be the reason. It's basically their version of a warning without making a sound. No yelling, no drama, just intense eye contact that somehow feels personal. But here's the twist. If your cat stares and slowly blinks, that's love. If they stare like you owe them money, that's your cue to back off. 10. Their coat looks messy. Bad hair day, every day. Cats are basically the supermodels of self-care. They groom, polish, and keep their fur looking flawless, like it's part of their daily routine. So when your cat suddenly looks messy dull, or like they just rolled out of bed for the 3rd week in a row, that's not a new style, that's a warning. A healthy, happy cat keeps their coat clean and shiny. But when they're stressed, sick, or just not feeling right, grooming becomes the last thing on their mind. The result: uneven fur, a scruffy look, and a serious drop in that main character energy. If your cat starts skipping their beauty routine, don't ignore it. Because a happy cat shines. But an unhappy cat slowly stops caring even about their own fur.